Hi everybody, we're at John Sadler's Auto Repair, and today we have a 2005 Dodge Dakota 4x4 with a 4.7 liter. Customer's concerned since January, the beginning of this year. He started up and it run okay, had a fast idle about 1,000 RPM, and it stayed about 700 all the time. Every now and then it go down to 500 and it stumble around a little bit. He knew it was going to stall, and it would. Sure enough, it stalled, it'd start right back up again, and it would just act up, and then it would kind of go away after a while, and it's been an ongoing problem. So he's been to a Dodge dealership in Arizona, he's been to a Dodge dealership here in San Diego, California, and now he's at my shop getting another opinion. So the first thing we did is take it for a test drive. It drives pretty good. It doesn't have very much power, so we know it's got carbon buildup in the engine is why it has the power loss. The check engine light with the PO440 has the EVAP problem. The important thing about, I'm telling you this, is the EVAP problem won't make the engine stall. What will make it stall is if you have it's running too lean or too rich by a lot. So we check the long-term fill trim. They're both around 5% to 0, which is good. And we check the throttle position sensor. There's no dropouts and glitches. Another thing that will cause a problem for stalling is if the idle air control has a problem. And guess what we found? We got our scan tool hooked up here. And we're going to look at the idle air control current. I'm going to bring it all the way to the top so it's the first one. Okay. So you can see the milliamps, what that is, idle air control current. And you can see how it's 5,900. And it's supposed to be 0 to 1,000 milliamps. So there's a little electric motor in there, so it's drawing too much current. And that's why it's in the red, and everything else, as you can see, the other numbers are in the black. But that's in the red because it's drawing too much current, and that's causing a big problem. And so right now it's not creating the problem, but there's a lot of current being drawn. And you can see the idle right now is about 700 where we're supposed to be. So now I'll show you the motor on the engine. This is the idle air control motor. And so, because of the hot, there's an electric connector that goes here, 2-wire connector. Connector looks like it's in good shape. I don't see any problem with that. Nothing's loose inside there. There's a little electric motor inside there. It has some little brushes, and it's just got a lot of high resistance, or the brushes are worn out, and that motor's drawing too much current. And guess what that hooks? It hooks in the throttle bottom. So when that thing starts acting up and dropping too low, to the 500 RPM, it's going to shut the engine off, and it starts back up again. We would have never found it if our scan tool didn't have the milliamp rating to see how much current that little motor is taking. So 0 to 1,000, and we got almost 5,900. We got almost 6,000. That's 5 times what it's supposed to have. So that shows you how you diagnose the problem, because the local dealership told them, oh, your floor mat's sticking, you have an EVAP problem, you have this, it shouldn't stall anymore. So the bottom line is they're not addressing the customer's concern. Yeah, he wants to fix the other problems, but the main thing he's concerned about is his engine stalls. So what we're going to do is replace the idle air control motor, and then we're going to put the scan tool back on it and make sure the amperage problem is corrected to follow the whole procedure through. Because just because you change the motor doesn't mean something else could still be wrong somewhere. God knows what it is, but you want to verify the repair after you do it. And that's what we'll do for this customer. And we'll have another happy customer at John Sadler's. Everybody have a great day. Be careful, pay attention, follow the diagnostic procedures, and you'll make your customers happy. Thank you.